And there we are, folks. What's going on? Everybody? It's Saturday night. I am Chris.
I'm Art. Art.
Yeah. Nick looks a little different this evening. He is home. I will point out. Not watching right now. Sick this evening. Art is taken over. Stepped in. Just the right time to watch a fantastic movie. Yeah. First of all. Well, let's start out by saying Nick wanted two things known about this movie. I'm going to read the quote directly. Yeah. Here we go. This is from this afternoon. Just know that my stance on this movie is that it fucking rules, and that it has everything a sword and sorcery movie needs. Gross monsters, bad wigs, worse acting, cool fights, and ripping ass guitar. Okay. I can agree on some of those things.
Sure.
And then we'll save the rating. We'll save the rating. Yeah, just so we can once again go back in on making fun of next movie. But we're watching Kull the Conqueror tonight. Yeah, I should probably have mentioned that earlier.
It's in the title.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah. It's all taken care of. I did not enjoy this movie as much as Nick did.
Oh boy. Enjoys an interesting term to use.
Yeah.
It was fun.
To be fair, I did not see this at the target age for this movie. Probably. This was 97, so I think I just aged out very old.
97. I cannot. 97. This movie would fit in 1982.
Yeah. This is almost indecipherable from Beastmaster.
Yes.
Yeah. I think even they use the same sets for Christ's sake.
But that's a positive. On this movie.
Yeah. I will say that. They did use good sets.
Even this opening scene. Fires in the background, the pond, and the fighting.
Where they determine leadership basically by who has the longer reach. There's no skill involved because you're blindfolded sword fighting. Flaming sword fighting. I don't want to leave out the important part. I don't know. So I was 18 when this came out. So I was like a little bit too old. I think for this movie. This is more like your 13 to 15-year-old fucking.
I was right in that.
It was. Oh, Nick. This is what happens. Also, we're just gonna make fun of you relentlessly.
I got pretty ripped on.
I would expect.
I showed up in the chat.
He was in the chat. Yeah. I don't see Nick in the chat. I see Emily in the chat. I don't see Nick. in the chat.
A little bit of an echo. We need to turn on the gain on that.
Oh, I think I know. Wait. Scroll down on the mixer on Streamlabs.
On the mixer, on the right, on the bottom, Yes, there we go. I should just bottom third to the right.
Hit the mute on that. Yeah. Scroll back up.
How about
Can you still hear us? Is the echo gone?
Is the echo gone?
I think so. Fine. All right.
Yay!
Woohoo!
Gone Girl, says my wife.
Yeah. Look at that. Technical expertise, man.
Boom.
Yeah.
I fixed it.
Anyway, back to this fucking terrible movie. I mean, like, the sets are good. This movie could have worked, maybe.
Yeah.
I will say I personally fucking hate Kevin Sorbo, so like that. Yeah.
I've got some thoughts on that.
Excellent. We have a friend of the show, Tom DeSico, who had a run-in with Kevin Sorbo at a fucking convention a few years back.
Oh?
Yeah. He just basically, like, out of nowhere wanted to, like, right-wing debate him. Wanted to debate
Ben Shapiro, I'm just going to throw out a thought, and now you have to defend your position.
And I think, like, Tom just gave it right back to him and, like, argued him to the point of, like, where he said, like, a give-up phrase, like, well, I guess we just disagree. Or,
yeah. You wouldn't be smug about it if I said that, I'm sure.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, but anyway. Yeah, there are good things to say about this. Like I said, the sets are really cool. Although, why is this everything here Egyptian?
Like these are supposed Mesopotamian.
Yeah, that's true.
The king is very
the sets are cool. The costumes are cool. The fight scenes are pretty good.
Yeah.
Other than that, though, man, the acting is shit. Kevin Sorbo is terrible.
I'm trying to think of who would you say is the best actor in this film that acted particularly in this film the best. Because if you say Tia Carrere, you're probably right, but also you should feel bad about yourself.
Yeah. But honestly, like, who else? Harvey Fierstein, I guess.
Yes. Make you feel good? No. It's
that guy's toxic. Yeah. Kevin Sorbo is a terrible human being. I'll say it. What is he going to do? Debate me on that?
Yeah, right.
Yeah. What else is there to say about this? I mean, like, good to say about this. There's not much. Like, I really like. One thing that I did like the I wish there was more like creature work in this, like,
because it was amazing what they did. Even like the big fish, like,
literally
such quality.
When I saw the fish, I'm like, you know what? All right, I can give this movie a couple more points just on that fish, even though like
that's where it gets some of the stars I'm giving it.
Yeah, like even though the fish doesn't do much, but like obviously like they put some work into this cool looking fish. Like, it looks realistic. Like, it works for what it does. Like, it just vomits up on this lady. Like, yeah, I want more of the fish, more of like the orc henchman dude who we just see, like,
yes,
and he never really does it. Oh, he gets hung when Kevin Sorbo fucking escapes from the jail.
Yep, gets him with the rope on the portcullis gate thing for the dungeon.
But yeah, man, like, this is like,
I don't even understand the system that they rule by, though. It's like the king can abdicate the throne to whoever he wants, but then later they try to kill Kull to get back the throne.
Yeah.
But it would be his line of succession, not you.
Yeah, but maybe because he wouldn't have had a line of succession at that point. Like, then he could have fallen back on his...
Not usually how it works.
But yeah. Oh, it's my birthright. Like,
King
that
Ralph,
fucking douchebag.
It's proof that that's not how it goes.
King Ralph. If we go by the King Ralph rule,
then they'd keep searching until they found an heir.
Yeah.
What was I going to say about this? Like, it's called Kull the Conqueror, specifically. Not just Kull or Kull the Barbarian or whatever. Kull the Conqueror. What does he do in this movie? Does he conquer anything?
I mean, technically, he conquers this kingdom by killing the king.
One dude. He didn't conquer shit.
He becomes the king. I mean, like, if we're going to, like, rules as written, the definition of, like, conquer is to, like, usurp a kingdom or whatever, like, he does that. Granted, it's in the lamest way possible.
So lame.
Yeah.
No. Before I die, I give him my throne. He didn't even win it in battle. He was given it, so he didn't get conquered.
This fucking guy right here, man. He gets it.
Not a conqueror. Not a conqueror. You stabbed a dude, and he gave you his crown for it. Here's my house. If I do that, it's just, murder and grand theft.
I'm a wanted felon all of a sudden. No. Yeah.
But he's a conqueror. I learned it from Kevin Sorbo. Things that don't hold up in court.
Kevin Sorbo told me to do it.
Oh, there was something I had seen when the beginning of the movie. It just made me think of it because you're talking about Kevin Sorbo. When he walks into the harem here for the first time. How old do each of these, like, the average age is probably 16, right? Of these 30 women in his harem?
Yeah.
I was like, it's very Sound of Freedom in his harem. Just saying.
Jim Caviezel's going to show up any minute now.
Oh, God.
Oh, man. Like, it's just...
And he makes a crack, too, later about his wife, Abashanti, or whatever. Ashanti, whatever her name is.
Ashanti.
Avakanash, I think, actually.
Ashkenazi.
Oshkosh Bagosh.
Yeah.
The guy jokingly says, she's over 3,000 years old. He goes, she told me she was 19. And I was like, not the first time Kevin Sorbo has defended himself with that line.
He's used that one before. Yeah.
He's very practiced by 1997.
And I love like when like in movies when they whenever they play a card game they have to make the cards look like either futuristic or like just different than regular cards. Our cards are discs here.
Yeah. Oh, total shit show. I mean, like about 50 minutes in the movie, it felt like 2 hours to me. I literally said to my wife, like when he gets out of prison and escapes and everything, I'm like, this is a decent ending to this movie. How long has it been? Almost 2 hours? 50 minutes. It's 45 minutes left.
It's like a 97-minute movie, and it feels like a week.
It doesn't stop.
I kept getting distracted and like having to pause and like rewind and like fuck, I don't want to rewind, but like
I missed this terrible dialogue. I'm sure it was very plot central, but it is. Every line in this movie moves the plot forward because they try to slam like a trilogy of plot into one movie called an anti-Hobbit.
An anti-Hobbit.
This is an instead of taking one book's worth of content and stretching it into 3 movies with lots of random nonsense.
A whole universe of books and cramming it into 97 minutes.
Yeah. I wonder why there weren't more sequels.
Yeah. Huh. That's a mystery.
In 1997, people were done with Kevin Sorbo.
I'm trying to think of other things I can say. I did like the like they said the creature work was good. Like the makeup for that was good. The makeup on the dude with the burns, like that was cool.
It's pretty quality, yeah.
But like when they did use CGI in this, fuck, was it horrible?
Oh god, yeah, like the face on the moon and
the eternal flame. You're telling me we can't get a fucking real fire in here?
Like, you just blow it up?
You can't go buy a couple of bags of firewood and
a propane torch
just
blowing into the air because they wanted a perfect permanent flame. Take it out again.
Yeah.
Take her down.
Yeah.
Bad. Just bad. I have some thoughts on causes for that that will come up in the trivia.
All right. Anything else to earnestly say that is good about this movie?
It's over?
Yeah. They like make a big deal of him like fighting with an axe in the beginning.
Oh, yes.
And then he never fights with the axe again until the very end of the movie.
End of the movie. He gets it from a dead corpse. Again, there's something in the trivia for that one too.
Oh, all right.
There was some decent trivia. If most of it tied back to one fact, that's different.
Oh boy, I really am stretching to find like good things to say about this.
I like some of the like thoughts behind it, like the skeleton of this movie.
Yeah, again,
could have been an A.
It could have worked with like a more talented fucking lead actor. Like
replace one or two of the actors with a little bit more strong roles.
Yeah,
the weakest role was General Tagliatore or whatever pasta his name is. If he was the weakest actor, then this would be a decent movie. But he's the strongest actor, and he's middling at best. Sorry, dude. Facts is facts. At least in this movie. I don't know. Actually, no, sorry. The best actor is either the eunuch or the pirate captain. That pirate captain, I don't remember the actor's name. Raspy gay guy.
Oh, Harvey Firestein.
Yes, that guy.
Yeah.
Yes. Hey, facts are facts.
To be fair, like
Raspy gay guy.
Yeah,
he knew who I was talking about.
For like the majority of the 80s and 90s, like there wasn't like being a gay actor isn't like a big deal now. Like back then, he was like the gay actor. Like there was nobody. He was the raspy gay actor. Like that was it. Like, anyway, go ahead.
I was gonna say he came on screen and my wife was like, "Oh, it's that guy." I was very excited, genuinely pleased that this actor was now on screen because of the whole movie up to that point. That was the most interesting thing.
Oh man, we're really stretching here.
I want to be positive because at this point, like it's got all the right materials. The skeleton to be an excellent fantasy movie, and I love a good fantasy movie. Next week's episode, point in case, why couldn't Nick be out for that? I could talk about that for days. I'd watch it multiple times to really catch details.
We should probably mention we have a whole graphic for this. I forgot to load up also, but we are in the middle of a sequence of films that they don't really. Well, there's kind of a loose theme.
The theme is that they rhyme.
The theme is that they rhyme basically, but over the next couple of weeks, and like it's gonna be even more fucked up because like. we have things happening in between that like are throwing the schedule off.
Yep.
So like they're not going to be all in a row either.
Nope.
But we're doing Kull, Krull, Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. I shit you not, the other night was up till like 1 a.m. working on that graphic for
totally worth it.
Yeah. And I even added the fart at the end, like Nick asked for. Our logo farts out of screen at the end of this thing, like.
So good.
Yeah,
it's
so
good.
Yeah.
But yeah. So Krull, I would watch that for days. To get ready for that.
I loved that movie when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
We could just talk about that instead of this, maybe.
Let's just start talking about Krull instead of Kull. But I mean, like the sets are fucking awesome. They really
so good.
Did a lot of awesome work there. Like, there's just the bones are good. Just the flesh is fucking rotten. Like,
yeah, and like I said, I even like some of the lore and stuff. But they've crammed so much in that it's just sort of too much to follow.
Yeah.
For like 97 minutes.
Was it me or was it also very distracting when Tia Carrera was like supposed to be like red-haired, green-eyed? Like it was very fucking distracting.
I was just so lost. First off, when I saw her name in the opening credits, I was trying to figure out how they were going to cram that in.
Yeah.
Like, how are you going to fit Tia Carrera into this bomb?
But they like, they're trying to make this clearly fucking Asian woman look like a Celtic fucking, like, witch. And it's just odd. It's just weird because she has red hair and green eyes. But again, she's Asian, so like, it
just doesn't look right.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh.
Notably, though, this movie has two of the main leads. The two main female leads are multicultural. Tia Carrera's got like 4 things going on. I can't remember what they all are.
Yeah, just like Hawaiian, Chinese.
Yes,
like,
yeah. And then there's like 2 others. And then Marina, whoever the knockoff Catherine Zeta-Jones. That's what I said to my wife.
Karina Lombard.
There you go, Karina Lombard. She's also she's like I think Filipino and Native American.
All right.
And then of course Lightfoot is Lightfoot, so he's Native American. So that's how they convincingly made them sort of pass as brother sister.
Okay.
She actually is half Native American.
Yeah. All right. But yeah, no, I think we should just get into the ratings on this. Like, there's not really much left to say. Like, I think I can safely say you and I did not enjoy this movie as much as Nick.
Oh, definitely not as much as Nick. No.
Let's start with Nick's rating, and then we'll discuss that. Nick's rating on this movie, 6.5.
6.5. Now, I will tell you this. IMDb's ratings aren't always the best or reliable, but they rate Event Horizon, God's gift to Earth, the 10 out of 10 that it is, a 6.8. They rate this movie a 4.8. So you're going to put this movie at a 6.5.
Yeah.
What 12, 13? Does it go to 13 your scale? Like, because you don't have a lot of room.
I like, usually Nick and I are in the ballpark on this. Like, I really, when I was trying to like rate this, was going up and down. Like, for a while, like, I was above the line of rewatchability. I was at the line of rewatchability, and like I think I'm gonna score below a 5. I'll go a 4.5 because, like, as cheesy as this was, I maybe could see myself like throwing this on like in the background if I needed something on, like if it just happened to be on TV. Not that it is much anymore. Ooh, pardon me. But this is like a fucking sci-fi original movie, like in terms of quality.
Yeah.
Like, So I think a 4.5 on this for me.
Is that the rewatchability line for you guys? Because like
I give the line of rewatchability a 5. Like, anything above a 5 is rewatchable. Anything below it is not. I'm gonna say it's below the line because I wouldn't freely put this on,
right?
But I also like wouldn't necessarily turn it off if I just needed background noise.
I think I have a stricter scale than you because in my mind, 5 to like say 6-ish was rewatchable, but I would never intentionally rewatch it.
Yeah.
And then like 6 to 7s are those I'd rewatch it, and I would actually search for it and watch it out.
Yeah.
And then above that was like, you know, your specials, your pretty much every year I'm rewatching.
Yeah, anything like 8 or 8.5 and above is
those
like,
are the every year. Got to make sure I get it. You know. So on that scale, it's hard because I want to say I'd rewatch it if somebody else hadn't seen it for the entertainment value.
Yeah.
And on that, if we instead of movie ass movie and monster movie, if we did movie ass movie and would I watch it because it'd be funny to laugh at? The laugh at probably 5.5, 6.
Yeah, I can go that high on this. Yeah.
But the actual as a movie, I paid $4 to rent this. And I will give it a star for each dollar.
Like the fucking the corpse, the Tia Carrere's corpse, it looks fucking awesome. It looks like a cool fucking monster.
And
like
his troll orc friend there.
Yeah,
pretty decent modeling on him. Yeah, 4, and that's for everything that isn't the movie. Still shots would be just as good to look at.
Yeah. See, look at how shitty that CGI looks. You're telling me you can't get fire? Seriously.
I'll get a propane blowtorch.
Yeah.
It's just record the flames coming off of it. Every now and then you need a burst. You throw some baking powder into it.
Have some fucking poor PA sitting at the bottom of it.
I have a question. When did Jurassic Park come out? What year did Jurassic Park come out?
94?
3, I think.
And
split the difference.
They had fire effects, and those don't look too bad. They kind of hold up today. So they had the access. They could have made it better.
Oh, yeah. They could have just made fire. You don't need it to be CGI.
It's fire is something we've been working with for a while.
Literally since the dawn of time.
That is modern civilization's creator.
Oh, good Lord. Again, this could all work.
Stupid moon.
In theory.
Yeah, all the parts are there. I just, I'll get to it in a minute, but there's a very good reason why I think it's just they stopped putting any effort in at some point.
All right. Yeah, let's move on to the trivia.
Okay. All right, we can do that. So, I am standing in for Nick.
Did you bring the volume back up?
For the sound?
Yeah.
I'm doing the trivia this week for Nick because he wasn't able to be here, and there's stuff, but I don't know how interesting I would consider these facts. About 90% of them tie back into the fact that this was actually written and designed to be a Conan, the third Conan movie.
It 100% feels like it. Yeah.
So more of the facts will tie back into that. But,
okay.
What ended up happening is Schwarzenegger passed on it, and so they decided to go with Robert E. Howard.
Another property.
A different property, the Kull series.
Yeah.
And so again, a lot of the facts will tie back to that, but that's the first interesting thing. This I loved. In the Finnish translations, of the actual source character, Kull is Kall, Kall.
Okay.
Because apparently the Finnish word for penis is very close to Kull. They did
Penis
not.
The Conqueror.
Yeah, they did not do that for the movie, either the audio or the text for it, and so it adds some unintentional comedy to it.
All hail, Penis the Conqueror. I miss the sound effects buttons.
So here's another one that ties back in. Tia Carrere, Roy Brocksmith, Sven Ole Thorsen, and Pat Roach all worked with Arnold Schwarzenegger in the past.
Yes.
This was supposed to be a tie-in with them.
Yeah.
But they left those 4 on the movie.
A lot of these dudes.
They're all people from Schwarzenegger films.
Yeah, a lot of the dudes in this movie were in Conan the Barbarian or Conan the Destroyer.
Yep. And here's a good one that I loved. Kevin Sorbo cut himself with a practice sword and demanded rubber swords from that point forward.
You fucking pussy.
Bitch.
Yeah.
Arnold was playing with his practice swords when he was doing Conan.
Yeah.
And they were light because they're usually wood in the middle and then just metal coated outside.
He's like, no, give me a real fucking sword.
He asked for a real sword and they forged him a real sword. That's the flip of that.
Yeah, Kevin, wouldn't God protect you from injury?
Yeah, right. Yeah. Oh my God. This is a point you touched on. He starts the movie with the axe, makes a big deal about how good he is with it, but then loses one fight, and then he's like, "Man, I'm never gonna use an axe again." The axe hurt my feelings. Go to a safe space, Sorbo. Anyway, later on in the movie, in the ice cave, he grabs one. It had been written in that was actually going to be Kull's father.
Oh, okay. All right. It really didn't add much to it.
Nope, they scrapped that. But it's in the novel for the book that's actually his daddy takes the axe from.
Huh. All right.
Realization of the movie.
It might have actually made this a little bit better if they oh, it's my fucking my dad. Yeah. I don't know.
So, yeah, I don't know. It didn't make much sense. It's going to be the third Conan film. That's why I had those people. It was supposed to feature him as a 45-year-old. But again, it would have been weird. It wouldn't have worked. I caught this immediately, and I don't know why it needs to be a trivia fact, but I'm going to mention it. When she says, "I've altered our pact, pray I do not alter it further," I was immediately like, okay, Darth Tits out.
Yeah, I thought the same thing.
I said to my wife, I said, okay, Darth Tits out. I was like, what a stupid thing to do, but all right.
Yeah, let's throw a bone out there for the nerds.
So, this was unusual for a Hollywood film. I mentioned this earlier. Both the lead actresses are multiracial. Carrera is Hawaiian, Chinese, Spanish, and Filipino. That's where I remember the Filipino.
Okay.
Karina Lombard is half Swiss, half Native American.
All right.
So back to the Conan stuff. Here we go. Akvasha is actually from a Conan story called The Hour of the Dragon. The movie's plot is literally the plot of Hour of the Dragon. Because in the Kull series, the guy who runs Archeron is named something else. Oh, God, what was it? Something just as stupid. Zaltotun.
Jesus Lord.
Yeah, it's with an X.
I really feel like a lot of the names in this are just like, there's just like not vowels, syllables, like on a dartboard. They're just throwing like darts to hit. Yeah, so certain syllables.
And then this fact is about Conan. After appearing in Conan the Barbarian and Conan the Destroyer and doing uncredited star work in Red Sonja, Call the Conqueror marked the first time Sven O. Thorsen had an actual speaking part in a movie based off the writings of Robert E. Howard. That's a very specific subset, though.
Yeah. Yeah, how many really movies based on Robert E. Howard properties are there? There's like 2 Conan movies, well 3 now, with that shitty fucking Jason Momoa one.
Yeah.
And then this. So there's 4 Conan movies.
Yeah.
Or 4 Robert E. Howard.
No, this is a Conan movie.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Every fact ties back to that. It's like, that's why these people are in it. That's why that's why it was originally greenlit. By this axe I rule. He says that is actually from Robert E. Howard's Kull, though.
We should have just watched Conan. Fuck the rhyming scheme.
God, but again, to my wife's point, what does this have to do with Big Dumb Monsters? There's 3 monsters this whole movie.
Hey,
other than Kevin Sorbo.
Yeah, he is a monster on his own, for sure.
When does the fish come? Because I want to see it now.
It's not till later on when they're on the boat.
After he escapes.
Yeah.
So you still got 15, 20 minutes.
Okay, I'm excited.
It's pretty good. The fish is pretty good.
They did honestly, when I saw the fish, I'm like, all right, yeah.
The rest of this movie fits into like a 1982, 1983 fantasy film.
Chris's quote before: "The fish doesn't do much."
It doesn't for me.
I put it in the chat because it made me
laugh. But yeah, that's really it. Again, a lot of it just ties back to Conan and how this would have been better if Arnie had just signed on.
Yeah.
What was he doing in '97?
Batman and Robin.
Good choice, Arnie. Good choice. Dick.
And probably like a Racer too was around that time, maybe.
Better than that Batman movie, but...
All right, we'll move on to the better known as.
I know you. I know you. I knew you. I knew you. But you ain't you.
Sorry, we're in the middle of the sex scene right now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's happening.
Oh, yeah. That's rolling around 90s sex.
I think
this is in every steamy 90s movie.
Steamy.
You should commentate it. Like a ESPN sportscaster.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's over already.
Yeah.
Well, it's Kevin Sorbo. I'm surprised it lasted that long. She's a little old for him. He thinks she's 19.
Ew. Oh, he put fire in her mouth. That's something.
Definitely. All right.
All right.
Let's do it.
Better known as we will start off with the director, John Nicolella, who would pass away not that long after this. 1998 he died, it looks like. Yeah, this was I was going to make a joke about this being his last movie, but now I can't. I was like, this was so bad, they just, you couldn't direct after this anymore. But no, he died.
Oh, no.
What? Oh, wait, I do have a button for that.
Yeah.
He directed an episode of a show I always mention when it pops up. In 1995, he directed an episode of Mantis on Fox. I don't know why that show is so stuck in my head, but like it was on right before the X-Files. It was on at 8. X-Files was 9 o'clock.
Right.
And it was this shitty like superhero show. Like he was this doctor who invented like an exosuit that like let him be like a superhero, and like it was fucking terrible.
That sounds very 1995.
He directed a series of TV movies, Vanishing Son, all in 1994, 1 through 4.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Did 3 episodes of the 90s Untouchables TV series, an episode of Melrose Place, 3 episodes of the spinoff of that show, The Heights. It was all in the same like 90210 universe. Anything else worth noting? He did a Mike Hammer TV movie in 1989. 9 episodes of Miami Vice from 1985 to 1987. Nice. His first directorial role was directing Don Johnson's music video for the song Heartbeat.
Oh, definitely better known for that.
Yeah, it's probably what he's best known as. Next up, fucking douchebag Kevin Sorbo. He has made some films over the years. Film skewing to a certain viewpoint. And we're just going to gloss over most of them.
Basically, anything that still says in production or post-production, skip right over.
It's a lot of sci-fi, like Dragon Man, The Adventures of Luke Starr, like Spartacus Z, I'm sure these are going to be blockbusters.
May I bring up the Kevin Sorbo role that's very important to me that I already brought up in the chat?
Yes.
It's that he plays the deadbeat dad of Benjamin McKenzie's character on the OC, and he's just as terrible there as he is pretty much everywhere else. But at least he was on the OC. Everyone watched the OC. That's the story.
He was in a movie called Bezos. Is this a Jeff Bezos movie?
Oh, it for sure is.
Yeah, it's got to be. I'm sure it's...
Does he play Bezos? I'm sorry.
Jeffrey Bezos.
Yeah, if Kevin Sorbo's in it, I'm sure it's like some fucking like Fox News produced fucking movie or something.
I hope they
Trillionaire glorification.
The Jeffrey Bezos song. So good.
Leonard Riggio.
I assume that's based on a real person that I don't know.
Yeah, I have no idea. I don't know any of these names. Oh, Mackenzie Bezos was his wife. Okay, anyway, we're back to Kevin Sorbo. I mean, he is most well known as Hercules from the 90s TV syndicated TV series.
Well, no. That depends. For a certain subset of the country.
That's true.
He's best known for his other work.
Like, his like God's Not Dead movies. Yeah.
I tried.
He was in 3 episodes of Supergirl.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
I didn't even remember.
He's known as a meme also.
Yeah, he is the disappointed meme. If anybody's not familiar with that, he is clearly, reading a stage direction that he thought was part of the script. It's an outtake from Hercules. I think he might have even made it into the show.
No, it is in the show, I think.
Yeah. But he's like, he says a line, and then at the end he just goes, disappointed. Like, he was clearly reading the fucking stage direction. Like, yeah.
But you know what? That works,
Yeah. Disappointed.
And that Mythica series he's in, the descriptions always sound really good.
I'm not even familiar with it.
Oh, it's another fantasy, like, swords and sorcery series. And
okay.
The trailers look good. But
Lich
I'm never
King
sure.
Zombie legions ravage the world. All right.
Look at the production value is better.
Yeah.
See that weird Lich guy riding a dragon. And, again, fights look okay. Sets look decent. So, Nick said this fucking movie rules.
Oh, look who shows up. Yeah.
You don't count.
Yeah. He missed the beating he took in the first segment of this show. 6.5, dude. Really? 6.5?
Jesus Christ.
I think he typoed that. I think he meant to type
5.6? 5.6. That I believe.
No, he stands firmly by this movie.
I still contend it sounds like a Nickelback concert being played over a Conan home production.
Yeah, like kids reenacting Conan in the backyard. He did a lot of those Mythica movies. There's quite a few.
What I'm saying. There's like 7 of them, and I haven't tried them out, but from what I've seen, the trailers look decent.
God's Not Dead, of course. He's one of those Left Behind movies too.
Does anyone know the premise of God's Not Dead? What's that premise?
It's the movie takes place in a world where anybody who believes in God is completely oppressed and beaten down, and everybody hates them because they like Jesus, and that's about the plot, right? Yeah,
well,
yeah.
Like what they did to the women during the Salem witch trial.
Yeah.
Just for being women.
Well, no, he just tries to disprove that somebody being an atheist is.
What did he say? Oh,
Matt Mercer. All I heard was Matt Mercer.
Yeah, I'm on board. Matt Mercer.
Plays the villain in some of those Mythica flicks.
I'm here for it. Let's go.
Yeah, see, Nick's not here now. We're just skewing to the left. Our opinions are all just coming out.
We don't have to play it safe.
Welcome to Big Dumb Monsters, comrade.
Do you have a sound for that?
No, not yet.
Like the Russian national anthem theme we can play when Nick's not here.
She's gonna lower a red star from the ceiling next week.
Just have Donner carry
My
the
reviews
flag
are
in his mouth.
defined as regrettable.
Our movie review.
Nice. How do we rate this?
Oh God! Never Cry Werewolf. That was a movie Kevin Sorbo was in.
Great. You know what happens now? I have to watch
You have
it.
to watch that piece
And I
of
have
shit.
to talk about it. God damn it.
Well, now we could. It's be a good time to mention fucking Art's upcoming project for the channel.
Yeah, so I will be doing a little spin-off show called Regrettable Reviews, featuring me doing a miniature version of the show boiled down, where I catch the things that the guys kind of don't touch on because they're not big enough.
Shit we don't want to watch.
Shit they don't want to watch. So like Twilight I'm going to cover. Yes. AJ's going to be on for that one.
Yes.
But otherwise, like the actual movies that I kind of like but don't really feature a monster or any protagonist or antagonist in that way. So it's going to be a lot of sci-fi mostly, but there's ghost haunting stuff that you guys wouldn't really ever want to cover.
Yeah.
That I think fits.
And not to say that like we wouldn't do something that you would do or you wouldn't do something that we have already done. Like different points of view are always good.
Yeah. So those are going to be just little short episodes that I throw out, just to fill in the gaps, give you a taste of something else, a refresher.
Yeah, open a beer to that. Let's see. He was in an episode of Psych. I hear that's a good show. I've never actually seen it, but I know a lot of people say like it was a really good show.
It's another one of those shows where it's great for a few seasons, and then like that's the formula, you know. It's not going to change. It's just a different crime happening to a
It's just
different person.
more of the same.
Just solving a crime as a fake psychic detective.
All right. 7 episodes of the OC. It's in an episode of 2.5 Men. Somehow comes out looking worse than Charlie Sheen in that. Again, Kevin Sorbo.
He's done that for one episode and still worse than all of Charlie Sheen put together. Wait, you skipped right over the only good thing I've ever seen him in.
According to Jim?
No, it was up. Andromeda.
Oh, Andromeda. Oh, 110 episodes of that. Jesus
He's the captain
Christ.
of the ship. He's Kirk.
Oh, okay. I did not even realize that.
Yeah.
Huh. All right. That show was on for fucking 5 years. God damn.
Yeah.
All right. He was only in 2 episodes of Xena Warrior Princess. I thought they crossed over like way more than that.
She probably came to his show.
Yeah.
Because why would he go to a woman's show?
Exactly. Yeah. He wouldn't have to lower himself like that. He played Hercules for 111 episodes. Only
Wait, so he played almost as many episodes as Captain Butthurt.
Yeah, one more than the fucking Andromeda.
Wow.
Yeah.
See, like I said, that's what I know him from.
Hercules and Xena animated movies. Hercules and Xena, Wizards of the Screen. Hercules in the Maze of the Minotaur, 1994. God, those movies, that show's like almost 30 years old.
I don't want to talk about it.
But in 1993, he was in Murder, She Wrote!
God, I love
that. He was in one episode of Cheers in 1992. And an episode of First and 10 on HBO in 1988. Up next, Tia Carrera. Probably, obviously, I'm going to say most well known as being Cassandra in the Wayne's World movies. She is a voice in every one of those Lilo and Stitch movies, though.
Because she's Nani. She's one of the main characters.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I love her.
It looks like she is in the upcoming live-action remake also.
Different character,
I thought
unfortunately.
that was a joke.
Yeah, no,
This is
they're
in
They're
production.
really making it?
yeah, it's
Says
in production.
and she has a character named Mrs.
I
Cocoa.
hope Stitch is cute and not ugly like Sonic was that one time.
I hope it's nasty, and I hope that they make a horror spin-off.
Oh, I haven't watched Winnie the Pooh yet. It's coming.
I thought you did watch that.
No, I was going to, but then I got too high and I got upset about them eating Eeyore, and so I didn't watch it.
Wow. Wait, what's Nick saying now?
Hey, Dave, how are you?
Saying hi to
I
Dave.
called in sick to the podcast, so Art is covering my shift.
Oh, hey Dave, what's up? Woo! Dave from Insane Games.
Yay, Dave!
Who? Oh yeah, what else? I mean, like, she's made the rounds in a lot of like TV series and like a lot of one-offs. NCIS Los Angeles. Let's see, Stretch Armstrong. She was in an episode of Family Guy.
Gloss over the Legend of Halloween.
I didn't even know it. I went right over it.
2018.
Legend of Halloween.
So apparently Halloween in Hawaii
Yeah.
is celebrated differently.
She was in 2 episodes of Hawaii Five-0. Asteroid versus Earth.
Oh.
2014. I'm going to say sci-fi original movie.
Yeah,
Almost.
need to look.
Yeah.
I guarantee it.
Guarantee it. She was in 14 episodes of Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated. She played Old Daphne at one point in that, among other voice roles. She was in 2 episodes of Warehouse 13. That was a sci-fi series.
Check that out.
CSI Miami. She was in 3 episodes of Curb Your Enthusiasm. Nip Tuck, The OC. She did a voice in the first Saints Row game, 2006. And we mentioned all the Lilo and Stitch.
Wait, she was also on the OC?
Yeah.
1 episode, yeah.
Sometimes there's tie-ins like that, and I bet it would be the same episode if we looked.
That would be really weird. Also, who was she on Curb?
She was Richard Lewis's girlfriend for a couple of episodes.
Oh, like the hot girlfriend?
She was the one who like worked in Larry's office and like would always like say something when he goes to the bathroom. Like was keeping track of like
yeah,
when
that he goes to the bathroom a lot.
Yeah. She was in 4 episodes of Johnny Bravo.
Hey, mama.
Hey.
That's a good. That should not have been something I watched as a child.
Oh, I watched
But it was a
it.
good.
That was something I
Most of the
watched
messages were okay.
as a college student, like getting drunk before going out. Like, yeah,
And
Oh,
I watched those
I
as
used to
like
pretend to be him all the time. I
either
thought
preteen
it
or
was
young teen. You know.
hilarious.
like yeah, in college, like
Misogyny.
that Friday night cartoon block with like Johnny Bravo, Ed and Eddie, like fucking. I think they showed Powerpuff Girls
Hell
in there
yeah,
too.
Powerpuff Girls.
Like that shit would always be on. We were like,
Yeah.
you know,
Cow and Chicken. Remember Cow and
pre-gaming
Chicken?
before going out.
With the devil with his ass out. That's a great one.
She did a voice in the Hercules TV series on Disney. Of course, Kull the Conqueror. She was in High School High with John Lovitz in 1996. She was in True Lies in 1994.
Yeah.
That's a fucking great movie.
She's the
The
archaeologist or whatever.
yeah, like the second
The
villain.
spy
Yeah.
archaeologist, yeah.
She was in Rising Sun in 1993 with Wesley Snipes and Sean Connery.
Oh, that's a good movie.
Yeah. She was in an episode of Tales from the Crypt in 1992 on a dead man's chest. This one came up a couple of weeks ago.
What did she do on a dead man's chest?
It's directed by William Friedkin.
So
Oh, shit.
we have a sound effect for Murder, She Wrote, but not for
For Tales from the Crypt.
Tales from the Crypt.
We need to work on that.
That bothers me.
Yeah.
Deeply.
Yeah.
Oh, she did something on a dead man's chest.
Yeah, Greg Allman was in this episode. Jesus.
Wait, like
from the Allman Brothers.
What?
Steve Jones? From fucking
It's a character named Hulk.
No, is it the Sex Pistols? Fucking no, not the Sex Pistols. The fucking the Clash. It's one of those two bands. I don't know. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
I do.
He was in the Gorillas for a while. I want to say too.
Was in the Pistols.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Nick.
Even from afar.
Exactly. Let's see. Up next, Thomas Ian Griffith. We have talked about him recently. He was the main bad guy in John Carpenter's Vampires. He is probably most well known as Terry Silver in fucking Karate Kid Part 3 and currently in fucking Cobra Kai. Some of the other things we don't have to go too far into him because we've talked about him before. He was in Triple X in 2002.
There were Time Cop sequels?
There were straight-to-video Time Cop sequels.
Oh. Wait, but no Jean-Claude Van Damme?
Nope.
Oh, never mind. The movie's only good for him.
Yeah. God, I miss these buttons.
Your own damn buttons.
Yeah.
It's my buttons.
We do. I just haven't programmed them. Yeah, we won't go too far into them. We're going to move on from there.
You've never seen Karate Kid Part 3?
I have never seen it all the way through.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't feel as bad now.
Yeah.
You can see everything you need to from Karate Kid 3 in the clips in Cobra Kai that they show.
Pretty much,
That's
yeah.
all you need.
Yeah, I never saw the whole thing. Like, I saw it in bits and pieces. Like, but I know the whole story.
Act shocked by what this guy's most known for. Try to act shocked.
Yeah.
Please do. I want to see the look of shock.
It's his first role, so that'll be the finale. Like, I want to see the shock on everybody's face. Up next, we have Lightfoot, who played, what's her name? Zulika?
Her brother. Zeralto. Zoloft's brother. Zeralto's also a medicine, just so we're clear.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's Zeralto.
Cymbalta. That's it, yeah. He was most recently in a TV series called Spirit Rangers. That was 2022. Shows up in an episode of House of Cards in 2014. Shows up in an episode of CSI Miami. He's in the movie Adaptation. That was 2002.
I don't remember that one.
It's with Nicolas Cage, where he's playing like the twins and like they're learning how to like screenwrite. Oh. It's very fucking meta.
Okay. I'm good.
Yeah.
And that's got a 7.7 here.
Yeah, it's a really good movie. Don't get me wrong. He played Nightwolf in Mortal Kombat Annihilation.
Did he?
Oh.
Yeah.
Did he?
Surprise, yeah.
Surprise? Okay.
That was a movie we watched one of our quarantine movie nights.
Ascalante. That was his...
Ascalante was his movie.
Ascalante.
Believe it or not, his first role was in a movie in 1995, The Indian in the Cupboard. Yeah.
Oh, I loved that movie when I was little.
I was going to try and beep out.
Yeah, wait. Guess who he played?
Oh. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, that was the joke. I got it.
He played the cupboard.
Oh, that's this guy's name. I know this guy, but
Roy Brocksmith. God damn, that PBR is a delicious beer that tastes even better out of a bottle.
I'll email them next.
Yeah.
Since Utica Club doesn't care about us anymore.
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat Annihilation was part of my formative years. I know it's a terrible movie, but it has Sindel in it, so it makes it a little bit better.
Oh, one of the worst movies.
And
ever.
now
the new one looks pretty
will
good.
die.
Last one was okay. Didn't we watch that also in quarantine movie
like
night?
The one that came out. Yeah, that's a good one. I remember that. Yeah, we did all watch that together on Discord.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, Roy Brocksmith played the eunuch in this movie. Is he dead? Yeah. Died in 2001. Yeah. Died in 2001. His last role was in Ally McBeal in 2000. 2 episodes of that. Before that, he was in the Psycho remake in 1998. There is no reason to watch the Psycho remake from 1998.
Unless you want to see Vince Vaughn beat off.
Yeah, I mean, it's a shot-for-shot fucking remake of Psycho. Like, just go watch Psycho. Like,
although, I guess if I want to watch Vince Vaughn beat off, I just watch him watching Call to Conqueror, because that feels like something he would beat off to.
To Kevin Sorbo, anyway. Yeah.
Kevin Sorbo talking about 19-year-olds. That gets him going.
He was in an episode of Beyond Belief, Fact or Fiction. That was the Jonathan Frakes, TV show where he talked about like paranormal stuff. He was in an episode of Babylon 5 in 1997. Let's see. Anything? Oh, there's definitely stuff worth mentioning. He was in an episode of Deep Space Nine in 1995. He was in an episode of Real Monsters in 1995. He was in an episode of the George Carlin Show in 94. He's in the Hudsucker Proxy also in 94. That's with Tim Robbins. An episode of Lois and Clark in 1993. He was making the rounds on TV. Coach in 1993. Down the Shore in 1993. That was another like Fox sitcom that was on at that time. The Golden Girls 1991. Shows up in Seinfeld in 91. Erie, Indiana 91 again. The Wonder Years. Ferris Bueller, the TV show. 1991. Yeah, there was
I did not know that was a thing.
Yeah, Jennifer Aniston played his sister, Jeannie Bueller, in that. Yeah.
So the baby, the don't nobody puts baby in the corner.
Yeah. Yeah. He was also in Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey in 1991. L.A. Law. He was in Father Dowling Mysteries in 1990. So that's now 2 instances of old people solving murders on this show tonight.
Isn't that just the
the
men's version?
There are like 5 old people solving murder shows, and if we can get them all into one, better known as, we call it the Pentaveret of
what is
old
one,
people's...
Columbo?
It's Murder, She Wrote, Father Dowling Mysteries, Diagnosis Murder, Matlock, and fuck, what's the last one? Nick, help me out.
Pentaveret.
Yeah. Murder,
there's the fish.
Father Dowling.
There's the fish.
We said there's the fish. There's the fish. That's a good looking fish, right? Like
That's
fucking.
a good ass fish.
And then he pukes fish on her.
Yeah. It's a fish that pukes more fish.
I got you this fish that pukes fish.
Father
so
Dowling
you
was
can
the
fish while you fish.
start of this, Nick.
Quincy. Quincy was number 5.
Quincy.
Yeah.
He's just listing them now.
Yeah.
Diagnosis Murder.
You're going in the order that Chris went.
Matlock.
Literally. Go ahead, add Quincy.
Quincy.
Now.
Say it.
Quincy.
Say it. Say the thing.
Do it, you bitch.
Do it, you won't. My ball back. He got you good.
Oh God.
I had to.
No, I mean I was hoping I would get a reaction. That was a good one.
You should have the Curb Your Enthusiasm theme song as one of your sounds.
Oh boy.
Doogie Howser.
Yeah, he shows up in Doogie Howser.
That movie I'm not allowed to watch with my wife home.
Arachnophobia.
Yeah.
That's afraid of spiders.
That movie would fuck her up.
Yeah.
She'd rather watch like 8-Legged Freaks where they're not realistic.
Yeah, they're giant.
Yeah.
He was in Total Recall in 1990. He was the doctor, fucking from the clinic that Schwarzenegger goes to. He was in 3 episodes of Tales from the Crypt,
For which we don't have a sound effect.
Yeah, surprisingly, including the very first episode, The Man Who Was Death, and then The Switch in 1990, which is the episode that comes up a lot on this. Also, it's the one that Schwarzenegger directed. And then Cutting Cards comes up every now and again on this one. That's the one. I think it's Lance Hendrickson and like Kevin Teague, and they're gamblers, and they end up playing fucking chop poker. Fucking like at the end of the episode, they're just like stumps, like fucking playing poker.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was in Tango and Cash in 1989.
Yes. Love that movie.
Stallone classic. Next Generation 1989. Night Court 89. He's in Scrooge in 88. That's a classic fucking Christmas movie.
By any chance, is that 1988 film Killer Instinct at all based on the awesome fighter video game Killer
It is
Instinct?
not. That
But
Killer Instinct was not out till 94.
I didn't think
want to
so.
say.
I was
Yeah.
thinking maybe there was a precursor to the version I played or something.
Yeah, I want to say that came out in like 90, maybe 92.
Well, then whatever.
Yeah.
I care nothing for it.
But yeah, a lot of TV stuff. Hunter, Webster, 227, Newhart, Silver Spoons. He was in Wolfen in 1981. And that might be it for the notable stuff. Yeah. We will move on from there.
King of the G words.
Yeah, hard G. Dropping hard Gs.
There he is. Raspy gay guy.
Harvey Fierstein. Sorry, what's that? Chop.
He's talking about Chop Poker.
Oh, Chop Poker. Yeah. Harvey Fierstein played Juba, the pirate captain. He has been in a ton of stuff. Most recently, he was in Bros. That was last year. He's been in a couple of episodes of Big Mouth. He was in 7 episodes of the Dark Crystal revival from a couple of years back. He played Ursula in the Little Mermaid live-action concert film. He was in an episode of BoJack Horseman. 2 episodes of The Family Guy. Nurse Jackie, How I Met Your Mother. Oh, that's right. He's Lily's smoking voice in How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah. Oh, my God. I never put that together.
Another great show until like the last season. And then
you can watch it for a while, and then you're just like...
The last episode made me so upset for seveal weeks. I was not over it.
I literally made a post about it every year. It comes up, and I remind myself why I don't need to rewatch it.
Yeah. Let's see. She did a voice in Kingdom Hearts 2. She was in Mulan 2.
Wait, who was she?
Yao, from Mulan.
Oh, I don't even know what that is.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever even seen Mulan.
What?
Yeah.
The first one or the second one?
Either of them.
Really?
Yeah.
I say that, but I recently watched it.
Yeah.
We watched the live action, which does not have Eddie Murphy in it.
I had a job when Mulan came out. I wasn't watching Mulan.
I remember I went to the Happy Meal and I
didn't see it till
I went to
last
McDonald's.
I worked at McDonald's. Yeah.
OG Szechuan sauce and a Mulan toy.
Rick and Morty hype aside, that sauce was the shit.
Now there's a movie.
Oh, Independence Day?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yeah. That was 1996. He was in...
Only a 7.0 on this.
That's crazy.
Goddamn 6'5" bullshit.
Bullets Over Broadway with Chaz Palminteri, 1994. Mrs. Doubtfire, 93. Oh, in 1992, he was in Murder, She Wrote! That's always going to be funny. Shows up in an episode of Miami Vice in 1986. We will move on from there. Up next, Karina Lombard. She's been in some stuff here and there. She's in something upcoming called The Oath. As far as recent stuff, she was in an NBC show, Timeless. That was 2016. Oh yeah, that's podcasting right there, folks. She was in an episode of NCIS, CSI New York. She was in 5 episodes of Rescue Me, which is a fucking great show. I've been meaning to rewatch that. She was in 16 episodes of The L Word. That was from 2004 to 2009.
Fucking great show, also.
Shows up in an episode of the original Flavor CSI. Anything else worth mentioning? Call the Conqueror.
Violet Earth.
She's in Legends of the Fall in 1994. She's in the Doors movie in 1991. That was her second role ever.
She's a Warhol actress.
Yeah. Yeah, Rescue Me did get really weird at the end of it. It kind of got off the rails like in the last season or so. Up next, Edward Tudor Pole. He played the burned up dude.
The wizard.
Yeah. Not in much memorable stuff. He was in an episode of Game of Thrones in 2012. He was in Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, 2002.
His scene's deleted though.
Yeah, Mr. Borgin.
Oh, I don't even know what that is. Oh, like Borgin and Blot, or
probably.
No, that's Flourish and Blots. Something. It's in store.
He was in the 1998 non-musical Les Miserables, which wasn't a bad movie. 7.4.
Yeah.
In an episode of Tales from the Crypt in 1996, Horror in the Night. Double-crossing jewel thief is shot and hides out in a hotel where he starts to hallucinate about a mysterious, beautiful woman.
Interesting.
We really need to get on this Patreon show where we just do Tales from the Crypt episodes.
Yeah. I mean, that could be a whole thing.
Yeah.
That would be very fun to do as a subset.
Hell yeah.
Oh no, we have to
watch an episode of Tales from the Crypt. Anything else? Oh, he was in an episode of Indiana Jones Chronicles, 1992. A lot of people in this were in that series as well. Shows up in Muppet Television, 1989. Also, The Storyteller, 88. That's another Jim Henson anthology series. The 87 version of The Secret Garden. Remember, we had to watch that in school.
Great movie.
He was in Sid and Nancy in 1986. That's why I saved this. It's the hotelier in the UK. We will move on from there. Up next, Douglas Henshall. He was the dude who looked a little special. One of the lords, in the. When he gets killed, he's the guy that she pushes him out the window and he explodes.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
I just watched this movie again and I don't know what we're talking about.
Yeah. When Tia Carrera, she touches his forehead, he catches on fire and she shoves him out a window and he just explodes. It looks like one of those stock footage things of a car going over a cliff, but it's like a dummy going down a cliff and it just explodes.
I thought that was the wizard dude that she did that to because she was mad at him.
Shit, you might be right. No, it was him. Because when she does it, his eyes are ooh, kind of crossed when he goes out the window.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
I think it's this scene right here, I thought, where he basically insinuates that you should be sleeping with me instead.
No, because the wizard dude, remember, he gets pushed into the fire and disintegrates in a very cheesy CGI effect.
Yeah, and that actually threw me off later on.
Yeah.
Because she gets mad at him here. She's about to do it, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, they're going to go out on the balcony.
No, it was the other dude. I'm telling you.
Oh.
Yeah.
He screams there. You're right. You must be right. I just don't remember what he said to her that pissed her off.
Douglas Henshall. Still in things that are upcoming. Not really a lot of known stuff. In Plain Sight. Wasn't that... Oh, no. I thought it was the TNT series, but it doesn't appear to be. 4 episodes of Outlander, yeah.
8-4, I would guess they do.
Yeah, Blowjobs Across Time, from what I understand that show to be
what?
about. That's pretty much what I understand that show to be about. It's people time traveling and fucking people in other times.
I kind of want to go watch it. I already did want to, but now I have an 8.4 interest.
I have an 8.4 interest.
Hey, stop talking about one-man car wrecks. Rude. Some trauma happening right now.
How I Was Stolen by the Germans. As a 2011 movie. There had to be a reason I saved this fucking dude. Primeval, 16 episodes. That was a British show.
The British guy was on British TV? What?
Believe it or not, yeah. Anna Karenina.
Gentleman's Relish.
Oh.
Okay, first off, I don't know what Gentleman's Relish. But
pardon me, the lady has some gentleman's relish across her forehead right now.
That's what I was going to say. I was going to say, anytime you finish outside, it's called the Gentleman's Relish.
Oh my God. The Gentleman's Relish.
Nice having me on a mic.
I know why I saved him. He played T.E. Lawrence, Lawrence of Arabia, in 2 episodes of the Indiana Jones Chronicles, or The Adventures of Young Indiana Jones.
Okay.
Yeah, anything else worth mentioning? He was in Rose Red. Nope, not even the Stephen King thing. Nope, it's short. That's probably it.
Yeah, the rest of this just kind of looks like meh.
Yeah.
Taggart.
Moving on. Sven Ole Thorsen, who we have also talked about before. I forget exactly what movie. We'll get to it, though. He is probably most well-known for being LaFours in Mallrats. He has been in a ton of shit, though, over the years. He was, also in that one Time Cops sequel.
Also, that says SS Bodyguard. So, are you telling me in that time? Oh, it's the Berlin Decision. Okay.
Yeah.
That's a Nazi Germany Time Cop sequel.
Yeah.
I might watch that even though there's no JCVD.
He was in Charlie's Angels Full Throttle. That was 2003.
So sorry for your loss.
Yeah, he's in The Sum of All Fears in 2002. That was a good movie. Yeah. Collateral Damage. That was when Schwarzenegger started like the downslope of his career. That was 2002. He shows up in Gladiator in 2000. Tigress. Yeah, that's a fucking great movie. He's in The 13th Warrior in 1999.
That's a good movie too.
Yeah, he was in the original Baywatch series for 2 episodes. He's in Best of the Best 4. I will mention before I forget to mention it later. Coming up, I will plug us. We're going to be at Saratoga Comic-Con in a couple of weeks. I'm going to be talking at a panel with fucking Eric Roberts. So there will be best of the best questions. Fucking Tom and I were here last night fucking coming up with questions and things to talk about. I legit cannot wait to talk to Eric Roberts. Then we're also doing the horror panel on Sunday. And also we have, well, we're not going to spoil that. We have a guest coming up this Sunday. Not tomorrow, this next coming Sunday, who will also be at the con. But anyway, back to the credits. This Sven-Ole Thorsen shows up in George of the Jungle, 1997. Shows up in the classic Baywatch spinoff, Baywatch Nights. Steamy Baywatch. He shows up in Bulletproof in 1996 with Adam Sandler and Damon Wayans. Shows up in Eraser in 96 with Schwarzenegger. Mallrats 95, of course, LaFours. Shit, you don't know who LaFours is? He's in The Quick and the Dead also in 1995. I fucking love that movie.
I don't know if I've seen that.
Oh, it's a Sam Raimi directed Western.
That sounds good.
Yeah, oh, dude, it's so good. It's about this town that has like a tournament, like a gunfighter tournament every year, and like it's just, you know, The Quick and the Dead. Whoever, you know, the quickest person fucking wins. And like fun. Leonardo DiCaprio's in it, Lance Hendrickson's in it, Gene Hackman's in it, Sharon Stone's in it, Russell Crowe's in it. Like literally everybody's in this fucking movie.
That sounds good.
Yeah, it's a great
Generally
fucking
speaking,
movie.
if someone says Western, I'm like, nah.
Yeah.
You have to add that modifier, something else there.
Sam Raimi directed Western.
Sam Raimi Western. All right.
Yeah. It's been way too long since I've watched that movie.
Nick said if you don't ask Armand Asante, or if you don't ask Eric Roberts what Armand Asante smells like, I'll be upset with you. And to be frank, I'll be upset too because I want to know. Inquiring minds have asked.
Little known fact that we discovered yesterday. This is hold on. Why did she get topless here?
I don't know, but I loved it.
Now that I'm complaining,
I don't see anything.
Yeah.
It was just like her and her book. Oh God, I can't think of the word for the under things.
Bloomers.
Bloomers. There we go.
Eric Roberts' boxing coach. I forget what movie. In the 80s was Danny Trejo.
Love it.
Yeah, I definitely want to ask about that. This dude is in the Steven Seagal classic On Deadly Ground.
Oh, yeah.
That's the one where he's kicking ass for the environment.
Oh,
yeah.
Cyborg 2.
Cyborg 2, Glass Shadow.
Dude, Hard Target, Last Action Hero.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Hard Target, 1993, Last Action Hero. I love Last Action Hero. Like, that movie got...
So good.
Yeah, that movie got shit on for years, but it is so good.
6.5, a little harsh, but better than some of the other ratings they got here.
He plays the demon in Dragon, the Bruce Lee story. The demon that's, like, haunting Bruce Lee's family.
Oh.
That's another fucking awesome movie I haven't watched in a long time. He's in an episode of Walker, Texas Ranger. Quantum Leap.
Solid show.
He's in Lethal Weapon 3.
Oh, I love that.
Shows up as a mall security guard in Terminator 2. Shows up in the original Flash TV series in 3 episodes. Shows up in Abraxas, Guardian of the Universe, with Jesse the Body Ventura, 1990. He is in this show from the 90s that I remember when I was a kid, called Captain Power. It was called Captain Power and the Soldiers of the Future.
Twins.
Yeah, he's in Twins in '88. The concept of this show was it was a show and a toy line, and like the toy, like everybody in the show had like their own like spaceship or whatever, and like you could buy the toy, and like it had like the toy had like a pistol grip, so you can hold it like and like fly it, and like you could fire it, would fire the guns. but you would have it on during the TV show. You would have it during the TV show, and like somehow the TV show was like sending signals to the toy to like you were in the fucking gunfight. Like,
oh, that's so cool.
Yeah. So like when like they were firing at you, like you'd get hit. Like on the you know the toy would like light up or whatever. Like,
that's amazing.
Yeah. I had one of those. I had actually his figure. And like shipped Tank Ellis. He was in The Hunt for Red October in 1990 also. Another fucking pandemic movie that we watched.
Yeah.
That is just
a good
awesome.
movie.
Yeah. We mentioned Twins, Red Heat. So he's worked with not Stallone, Schwarzenegger quite a bit. Yeah, Captain Power. Fucking that I was watching that show every fucking Sunday morning with that goddamn thing.
Running Man.
He's in The Running Man, 1987. Predator. That's why we talked about him. He was in Predator, 1987. He's in the first Lethal Weapon, also another classic. Raw Deal. I don't know what it was about
Red
the
Sonja.
fucking
Conan.
Yeah,
and then this.
Conan the
That's right. We
Destroyer,
talked about that.
Conan the Barbarian. I don't know what it was about the 80s, but like they just perfected action movies. Like, well, it was cocaine. It was cocaine.
Well, I'll be honest. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what Hollywood is missing.
Yeah.
Is a lot of cocaine.
Bring back cocaine.
Yeah. But like,
I think that's a thing that Hollywood would get behind if we
Hashtag end the strike. Give everyone cocaine.
I think I will even go so far as to say that like Last Action Hero was like the end of that era of like the perfect like action
honestly
movies. Yeah.
Last Action Hero was the last action hero for me.
Yeah.
Wow.
Until you get to like the Expendables, where it's almost just an homage and a joke, like a self-burn.
Which Eric Roberts was in.
Oh, that's funny.
But yeah, no, same thing. Like, yeah, it wasn't the same. Like, things just changed.
People weren't looking for it anymore. And that's true, but like,
but they just were like, oh, this is old men talking about when movies used to be better. But like,
no, they're coming back.
Yeah, but they just didn't make those same type of movies anymore. That were like all like flash and like no substance, but still like really fucking good.
Yeah.
So who knows? Who knows? What's Nick saying? He was in all the Arnold stuff
because they worked out together and they were in bodybuilding contests together.
Oh, okay.
They oiled each other up, is what he's saying.
Yeah, they definitely.
Or whatever. I'm not here to ask questions.
They've had greasy hands on each other. Yeah.
That's hot.
Yeah. Yeah. Conan the Barbarian was his second role, and the Destroyer was his third role.
He played two different people, and I just assumed it was the same character.
No.
And then of course, straight into Red Sonja. So Conan, Red Sonja.
Which was the TNT lineup for years.
I'm just surprised that he then went on to like a standard action film.
Yeah.
It was like fantasy. I'll hold a gun.
No joke, for years, like TNT, like every like Friday and Saturday, it was just like Conan, followed by Conan the Destroyer, followed by Red Sonja.
It was, yeah. Fennel Thorson.
Up next, Terry O'Neill. He played a person in this movie.
Are you sure?
Yeah. So that's what I say whenever they don't have their role in the known for section, I have to fill time.
He was in Dragonheart.
Well, I'll get there.
Sorry, he was in the better known for.
He was in this British series, Holby City, that has been like super long running on British TV. I have mentioned this before. The first time I went to Vegas, I somehow ended up like getting pissed drunk with this actor who was in that show. Like it ended up in this dude's entourage somehow. Anyway, fucking, he's in the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen in 2003. 2002, he's in the Gangs of New York. What else? Entrapment, 1999, with Catherine Zeta-Jones and Sean Connery. He's in The Man Who Knew Too Little in 1997 with Bill Murray, called The Conqueror. Dragonheart, of course, 1996, another Sean Connery movie. Well, he's a voice in that. In the Name of the Father, 1993 with Daniel Day-Lewis. It's like an IRA movie. His very first role was in Conan the Destroyer, 1984. I remember seeing that in the drive-in when I was a kid. I was 5. Pat Roach. He is most well known as the Nazi who gets thrown into the airplane blades, and also the Nazi who gets thrown into the Indian guy. He's the Nazi who gets thrown into the airplane blades in Raiders of the Lost Ark, and he's the Indian guy who gets thrown into the rock crusher in fucking Temple of Doom. But he is also in a lot of horror movies over the years. Kull the Conqueror, of course. He is Zulki. Shows up in Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves as the Celtic chieftain. Indiana Jones in The Last Crusade. He plays a Gestapo. He's in Willow. He's General Kale in fucking Willow. The dude with the skull mask. Yeah.
I love that mask. That helmet is awesome.
That is very fucking cool.
I've wanted to make one for a long time.
Yeah, that'd be like I've seen a few of those cosplays over the years, but not many. Like that's one that like people would fucking really think was cool. He's in Red Sonja and Conan the Destroyer. We mentioned Temple of Doom. He's in Never Say Never Again, 1983. It was Sean Connery's last James Bond movie. Again, Raiders of the Lost Ark. He plays Hephaestus. In Clash of the Titans, he has hepatitis and plays Hephaestus.
I thought I was gonna slip that one in there, but you got it. You picked it up.
Hephaestus.
I've been saying Hephaestus my entire life. I've been wrong. It's like when Ted the Chameleon was pronounced Chameleon.
That just means that you do a lot of reading. It doesn't mean anything bad.
Aww.
Although, in this case, I would tend to agree that it's spelled Hephaestus.
Weigh in, chat.
His very first role was in A Clockwork Orange, 1971.
Such a good film.
Yeah, his second role was another Stanley Kubrick film, Barry Lyndon.
I don't know that film.
That one I think is like the French fucking like military or something, like in the 1800s, 18th century England. Sorry, Irish rogue wins the heart of a rich widow and assumes her dead husband's aristocratic position in 18th century England.
Okay, but like the description does not make that sound interesting at all.
Yeah. Nor
does it seem to have anything to do with the clearly, I don't know, that looks like Wild West cowboy dueling they're about to do from the God damn it.
Poster?
The poster.
Yeah. This is where the dude goes out the window, I think. This guy looks like he should be riding the short bus.
Yes, okay, yes, this guy.
He's like a chromosome short of,
No, I don't think he's short. I think he's got an extra one. Probably somewhere between 22 and 23.
Just wedged in there.
Just somewhere there, that range. That guy.
Paul Kinman was in this movie. He has been in stuff recently. He was in Asteroid City, which I turned off after about 30 minutes because I am fucking sick of Wes Anderson. He was in an episode of The Witcher in 2019.
I've seen none of that.
Here he is. This guy he catches fire.
Yep, you're right.
Eyes go crossed.
There he goes.
Goes out the window like in Braveheart, and then explodes.
Do they know that that's not how bodies work?
That's not how burning works.
It's not how... Her red hair is very jarring, I must admit.
Oh, he also played Hephaestus in Clash of the Titans, the 2010 version.
Nice tie-in.
Yeah.
I'm going to Google how to say it.
Merlin in 2008.
He's in Spartacus for 2 episodes in 2004. Or Spartacus, it's all in the pronunciation.
Put the emphasis on the wrong syllable.
Yeah. Anything? He's in First Night in '95 with Sean Connery.
I like that movie.
Really?
Is that bad? It's a 6 something on this.
6.0.
Right,
yeah.
Which is gracious.
Like a steamy medieval drama.
I liked getting swords. I liked seeing knights, and I liked all that. So
yeah.
I took what I could get.
He also shows up in the Young Indiana Jones Chronicles in 1993. And that's really it. Finally, we have Paul Weston. He not in the...
Is he dead? Because...
Is he dead? Still alive.
Okay, I just saw that the last thing that he was in was in 2016. So.
Yeah, he's been in a lot of fucking Bond movies, like a shitload of them. But he was in Rogue One in 2016. Still my favorite Star Wars property, I think.
So good.
Well, second favorite behind Empire, of course. Fucking, what am I saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. He was in Frankenstein Unbound in 1990, but yeah, he was in Living Daylights in 1987. He's in Top Secret in 1984. A great movie.
So good.
I know a little German.
He's
right over there.
Yeah.
He's in Return of the Jedi in 83. For Your Eyes Only in 1981. Nice. He is also in Raiders of the Lost Ark in 81. Shows up in Moonraker in 1979. Spy Who Loved Me in 77. Carry On Dick, 1974. Now, is that like...
That kind of movie.
Yeah, Carry On Dick.
It doesn't... There's no comma.
Yeah. Or is that like... Is that your Carry On Dick, or are you checking that dick?
I was going to say,
This is 100% my on-the-plate
carrying
dick.
on a dick?
Yeah.
This is
for the flight.
This dick is my personal item.
It's very
important. Personal. Very personal.
I love how we all collectively thought about a dick going on an airplane. This is I know. With a little handle to carry it.
Oh my god. It's like a dildo with a pop out handle. But wait, is it big enough that it just
sling it over your shoulder,
Oh, a sling. Oh god.
He's in a movie called The Satanic Rites of Dracula.
I was just looking at that.
Sounds
seen that,
fucking awesome.
Sounds like something I want to watch tonight.
1973.
I feel like I'm gonna go home and look that up.
And he's in Casino Royale in 1967 as well. So he's doing a lot of fucking Bond stuff.
Racking up the Bond movies apparently.
Yeah,
it's a Hammer flick. Nick says the Dracula Satan.
Oh, all right. Thank you, Nick.
I know it sounded familiar.
And yeah, his first role was in 6 episodes of The Saint in 1965 through 1966. Nice. That will do it for the better known as, and we will move on to the crapshoot. Yeah. Hoo-ha! I didn't watch anything cool this week. Anything good?
We just checked out Haunting in Venice.
How was that? I've never seen any of those new
Poirot
Poirot
the Halloween
movies.
Party, but people want to act like it's something new, but it's really just the Halloween Party.
I don't know what the Halloween Party is.
It's the Agatha Christie book it's based on.
Oh. Well, yeah, it's an Agatha Christie book, isn't it?
Yeah, but they changed the title, and now all of the Halloween Party books are being changed to A Haunting in Venice to match the movie. But the book is called The Halloween Party.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I didn't know it was an Agatha Christie.
Yeah, all those Poirot fucking Murder on the Orient Express and fucking Death on the Nile.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. All right. It was good. I don't know if the rest of them, what they tie into and everything, but they really did a good job of leaving you coming out of it, getting whatever you wanted out of it.
Yeah.
It was interesting. I don't know. I either would have liked it to be split up into a mini series with more content, or just drop some of the bullshit and condense it.
All right. Did we watch anything good this week? We didn't watch any movies or anything.
We gave up on Goosebumps.
Yeah, we were watching the Goosebumps.
You gave up?
Okay, it took a dramatic downturn in quality when Slappy came, and I'm sad to say that.
No,
because Slappy no longer has a Boston accent. Now he's British, and it's very odd.
I don't care about the accent.
I care about that. Okay. I do.
So for me, what it was we've seen Goosebumps original TV show. We've seen a Goosebumps movie.
Yep.
There's 187 Goosebumps books.
It's cool how they tie it in directly to the book. I will say.
It's not because they just tie it into the same 4 that they always have.
Yeah.
We did a movie where Slappy comes to life,
right,
and all that. Just pick a new monster.
They brought the worms in, which I didn't know that was a book, and then I looked it up afterwards, and it's very disturbing. The Go Eat Worms one.
Yeah, sure. That's
it's fucked up. That episode's very fucked up.
But I enjoyed.
But yeah, there are better Goosebumps.
We haven't watched the newest one. I'm so.
Yeah, we gave up on it. It's over.
Yeah, it's fine.
Horror at Camp Jelly Jam was my favorite Goosebumps book growing up. Just saying.
I didn't read
it was
all
fucked
of them.
up. It was about aliens, so it's right up my
alley.
Yeah. What else? We saw Five Nights at Freddy's, which the animatronics were cool, but the movie was not good, and I'm sorry.
It's 100% geared toward hardcore fans of Five Nights at Freddy's.
I figured it was going to be.
Yeah, I don't know anything.
What I liked about Willy's Wonderland is I went into that going, hey, I know nothing about Five Nights at Freddy's except for the base concept, and this is a knockoff version of this, and this was enjoyable.
Willy's Wonderland is the better version of the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. I wish it was. I mean, I know it was for kids, so they couldn't get into it. They're not releasing another cut of it either. So it's like you knew kind of what you were going to get, but really what they did was they just took a fan theory and made a movie around it. Oh. That's what they did. They did nothing original.
Nick points out that who'd have thought that Goosebumps would suffer from the same thing as Batman movies, and I assume he's saying just repeating the same villains over and over, even though you have 180 fucking villains to pick from.
Like I've said this before, I don't need to see the Joker in a Batman movie for like 20 years.
We've seen good versions, we've seen bad versions.
Can I also tell y'all my other problem with the Goosebumps show? Did you start watching the show or no?
We're all the way current.
Okay, does it bother you that the theme song does not incorporate the TV theme song into it? Because they could have very easily just gone like dun 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 at the end of the theme song.
I don't care.
I wasn't familiar enough with it to like know.
Yeah, exactly. I don't care enough about the original show.
Well, that sucks for you.
But the books were written for me. You were like.
Do you remember the Choose Your Own Adventure books? I was explaining those to Chris. Those were
you don't have to explain it to me. I know what they are.
No, the Goosebumps ones though.
Oh, I don't know about Goosebumps ones. I think I have read one or two of them probably because I like
fucked up. They were like, "You died. Sorry."
I saw this movie got picked up. It's going to be out on Shudder. That just sounds fucking awesome. It's called Late Night with the Devil. It stars David Dastmalchian from fucking Last Voyage of the Demeter. He was the first mate.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
He is like a talk show host. I guess it's like a found footage like horror movie. It's supposed to be like a 70s like talk show, and it starts out like you think it's like, you know, about the show. It's like a comedy, and like slowly like shit starts going fucking weird until like it's just like this all out fucking like demonic like fucking just like thing going on. Like it sounds awesome. I cannot wait to watch it. I think it's coming out soon.
What else did I see? I was telling you guys I watched Burial on Hulu.
Oh yeah.
So I'm going in Huluween. This was just before Halloween, and so I go on Huluween, and I'm looking, and I'm a werewolf guy. That's the thing. So I go to the werewolf section. I'm like, Sam is sleeping, my son is sleeping. Let's watch a werewolf movie. I really want to see a werewolf movie.
Did tell us about
the description of this movie, and I sent you the exact IMDb snapshot of it. Right? It's something to the effect of like at the end of World War II, Polish soldiers fight off Nazi werewolves in the woods, and I'm like, this is my shit. And like it's called Burial, and the thumbnail for it is like this female Polish soldier in her getup, like hovering over, and there's like dark reddish light behind her, and there's something like coffin like in front of her. I'm like, this sounds fucking dope. And the whole beginning of the movie, they're traveling around, and every night they would dig a hole and bury the coffin thing that they're transporting, that they're trying to get back to Russia from Germany. And I'm like, this is weird. I'm loving it. It's about to be a werewolf movie, and then they get attacked by Nazi soldiers that they start calling werewolves and throwing this term around. And I went and looked it up later. It's real. The entire movie is based on a true story.
Yeah.
The Nazi soldiers who refused to give up arms when the Nazis surrendered were called werewolves. They lived in the woods and attacked patrols and did all this shit at night and stuff, and they were called werewolves. And I was like, but why would that be on the werewolf section of Halloween?
Yeah.
Like some intern, that was I think your point, was some intern looked at this description and said, that's a werewolf movie.
Werewolf movie.
No, and I love werewolf movies, and I actually like World War II action dramas. That's two things that are my jam. And actually, I don't mind when they're mixed either.
In the mood for one, like
But if I'm looking for big claws and teeth, and you give me World War II Hitler in a casket, I'm gonna be pretty upset.
I also the Huluween thing reminded me. I watched that documentary about McKinley Manor. Is that what it's called? I don't know.
Is that the haunted house thing? Monsters Inside? It's
yes.
on my list.
Yeah.
It's on my list.
It's really fucked up. It's basically like this dude, like, submits
bad things.
Yeah.
They just torture you for like 8 hours. Or
whatever. But like clearly he's getting off to it. It's just a lot. So I mean, go in with a palate cleanser afterwards, because I was like, I need to watch My Little Pony now. I don't know.
I don't think I'm gonna need a palate cleanser. That's right up my alley. I would watch the shit out of that
so
because I already know the story.
Up.
But I know the story.
Yeah, I know the story too. But watching the actual video, like, it just hits different.
Oh, I don't know. I used to watch Faces of Death. Steakandcheese.com was a thing when I was a kid. So I don't think watching people who paid for it get tortured is going to bother me too much.
It's kind of a snuff film, a little bit.
Well, exactly. But except for everyone's agreed to this.
You'll see.
What else?
Nick said they watched roughly 4 Friday the 13th movies in like 3 days.
That's dope.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I was watching like AMC like nonstop toward the end of October, because they were just showing like that sweet spot of like 90s and like late 80s horror, like just constantly.
Yeah, I love Halloween. I'm sad it's over.
Like I said, I'm sad Halloween TV is over. Like, I just wish there were like horror movies like there are like around October, just year round. Like, I just turn one on.
I mean, yeah, that's why they have the special.
Donner again arguing for dog programming.
Yeah.
No, but he does not actually like dog programming. We have tried. It just makes everything worse. He really does like Doug from Up, though.
We've talked about it. He loves Doug Days on Disney Plus.
For
Great
me,
show.
when Halloween ends, it's not even the movies, because I'll watch a horror movie any time of year and not feel weird about it, and I go out of my way to find like the holiday themed ones, and I enjoy them just because they're themed that way.
Yeah.
Again, commitment to a bit will make anything more enjoyable to me. So Thanksgiving, Santa's sleigh, those are fun for me, even though they're terrible. But what I miss the most is the music, because I listen to a lot of like horror punk kind of stuff year round.
Yeah.
But from October 1st until November 1st, that's almost exclusively what I'm listening to. I've got, your Misfits, your Wednesday 13, your American Werewolves.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a band named American Werewolves.
I've been listening to this music podcast. I've mentioned it a couple times on the show. Kogar's Jungle Juice, it's called. And he plays a lot of like 60s, like just like, garage like type of music, fuzzy like music, like a lot of like blues and fucking just awesome fucking music. And he did like a 3.5 hour like Halloween show. We were listening to it in the car. I remember that one day we were driving around.
Yo.
And it was just all like just awesome like songs about like Frankenstein and werewolves. And,
I love that stuff.
Yeah.
There were a couple of gems on that too.
Yeah.
There's
a couple of really weird ones, but there's a lot of really good ones.
Yeah, I love that stuff. My Halloween playlist is kind of always on rotation, but like I just was listening to it today because I was like, I feel like I didn't listen to it enough during Halloween time. Just hits different,
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. From October 1st to October 31st, being able to just nonstop have that kind of music and not even have to be like, maybe I should have a break for something else in here.
Yeah.
Nope.
We used to start in August because we would have Spooky Scary Sunday when I worked at Earthworld. And it was a good time. Love Spooky Scary Sundays.
So many Italian names in the production of this movie.
Giorgio De Sidri.
Marco Trentini. And then
I feel like I went to
Janko
school.
Svoboda. Which is from New Jersey.
Reinhard Steger!
There were quite a few Nordic people in this film as well.
Yeah. Pier Luigi Basile.
Yeah.
I feel like I went to school with all of those people.
Alberto Tosto.
Anything else worth mentioning?
Like we already mentioned that I'm going to be doing my thing soon. We're not sure what days or when or how.
No, I'm just thinking like
it'll
crapshoot
happen.
wise.
We'll
get there.
Well, that's part of the crapshoot for me.
Yeah. I've been playing the shit out of Spider-Man, but it's probably a good place to wrap it up. We've been doing this like an hour and 40 minutes. I will mention in 2 weeks we will be at Saratoga Comic-Con.
Whoop, whoop.
Come check us out. We'll be there both days. I am doing panels on both days. I am doing the actors panel with Eric Roberts on Saturday. I am doing the horror actors panel on Sunday. We're doing the horror actors panel on Sunday. I am going to be doing the Battle of the Movies panel on Sunday with Assad Loiseau, who was just on the podcast recently. We're going to be arguing Guardians of the Galaxy versus the Dungeons and Dragons movie. I got that one in the
I feel like that's a real easy.
It's obviously Dungeons and Dragons, but I'm not going to.
Right.
We'll have a different debate some other time.
Right.
I'm happy to take the other side.
Very excited for the Marvels next week or this coming week.
Oh yeah, we're going to see that. But yeah, we'll be at Saratoga Comic-Con both of those days. I think that is our last con thing for the year. But we'll be back next year with hopefully some more dates. I have to reach out to some more people now that I keep mentioning that. But anyway, we will give you our socials. I'm going to try to do this off the top of my head, which is probably going to fail horribly. We are Big Dumb Monsters Pod on Facebook. If you want to email us, you can email us at BigDumbMonsters on Gmail. You can find the show on all of your favorite podcast platforms, your iTunes, your I was about to say Stitcher, no longer a thing. Spotify, that's the one that's still a thing. We are on Instagram at big_dumb_monsters. You can also find us on Threads there at that same handle. You can find us on YouTube at Big Dumb Monsters. Come by, like some videos, leave some comments, maybe subscribe. We are this close to cracking 100 subscribers, so please come subscribe, like us, comment. We are also on Twitch. If you are not watching this live on Twitch, if you're listening to this on the podcast, you should come join the party every Saturday night on Twitch at 8:15. We are at Big Dumb Monsters there. You should come check out our merch store at TeePublic. I will have a new design going up. I promise I'm going to take care of it. It will be going up soon. Our handle, just look for the Big Dumb Monsters store on TeePublic. Yeah. I think those are our socials.
It's enough of them to direct them to the other ones they need.
Go to Linktree.
That's what I said last time, and I just put the Linktree in the chat.
Yeah. Oh, I just put them all. I was doing the fast art typing. What is it? Linktree Big Dumb Monsters?
Sure.
It's actually linktr.ee.
Oh, I hate when they do that shit.
Just so you know. And then I think it's / and I don't remember what the slash.
Yeah, it's
is it Big Dumb Monsters, or is it some weird alphanumeric thing?
I'm gonna find out on Instagram.
I don't know.
I don't know.
But
link deleted. On my chat, link is deleted, but it still shows on the. Because you have to approve.
Nick just came through with it.
Yeah, at the same time as me,
So we were right, but it was I see I was right. linktr.ee.
We will be back this week. Our schedule is weird this week. We have 2 guests this week.
All right.
Yeah. I'm never one to talk about the guests before you. And I've learned one thing in like the decade plus of podcasting that I've been doing. You really shouldn't say you have a guest until you have the guest on the podcast, like, because things always come up. But I will say it. This Thursday we will have Nightmare Christy Adams of Nightmare Toys in Las Vegas. She's going to be joining us live on the stream. That'll be Thursday night, our usual time, 8:15. And then Sunday night we have Matthew Taylor joining us. He played Nemesis in Resident Evil Apocalypse. He is also going to be a guest at Saratoga Comic-Con, but he'll be joining us Sunday night as well. So we're going to be on twice this week, barring any massive technical fuck-ups, which are always possible on this show. But yeah, fucking awesome guests coming up. Possibly more down the pike as well. We're always working to bring you top-notch content.
Like this.
Yeah. Us burping and talking about Call the Conqueror, yeah.
I was talking about a rash in the chat before. So.
I know, I kept seeing that.
Yeah, it's happening.
But yeah, Nick should be back with us by Thursday. Yeah.
You're fucked.
Yeah. Otherwise, yeah, it's going to be a real short show. But yeah, Christy will be joining us Thursday, and then Matt on Sunday. So come on by. It's always fun here on Twitch with us during the live show. So thanks for coming by. Do you know the?
I know it.
All right.
We have words of wisdom.
Yeah,
words of wisdom, and that is never let ghoulies eat your ass,
and never sleep in a deathbed.
Bye-bye.